If we take away all of the technology that's been applied to engines over the decades, we're left with one simple principle. The amount of power an engine produces depends on how much air we can get into it. Nothing else really matters, and everything we do to an engine when we're trying to improve its performance really centers around trying to get more air into the cylinders. More air allows us to add more fuel, which results in a larger combustion event, and more cylinder pressure to act on the top of the piston. This is the perfect time to clear up a misconception I often hear. There's a belief in the industry that the amount of power an engine can make is purely dependent on the talent of the tuner. Now obviously whoever's in charge of the laptop needs to understand what they're doing. However, the amount of power an engine can potentially make is really an aspect of its mechanical design. Let me explain that in a little more detail. An engine is really nothing more than an air pump, and the amount of power it can produce is an aspect of how much air it can get into its cylinders. Forgetting for a moment about aspects such as variable cam control, there's little a tuner can do from the laptop keyboard to influence how much air is entering the engine. This is part of the engine's mechanical design, and we can't change it. Our job is simply to supply the correct amount of fuel to mix with this air and to ignite it at the correct time. With this in mind, if we have two tuners who understand what they're doing, then task them with tuning the same engine, they should be able to produce nearly identical results, and this will be the amount of power the engine was designed to produce. There is no magic here.